sports fans, welcome to another podcast from the Zebra Lounge with Mike and Andrew. I'm Mike, and yeah, baby, we're talking about the Bears and the Super Bowl. Boys, what are your keys to victory on Super Sunday? Getting right into it. What do the Bears need to do to win on Sunday?
Well, Mike, as much as any of the players, I think the coaching is the biggest key. Lovie Smith and Ron Turner against Tony Dungy and his defensive schemes. Because I really want to see them come out and have a great first possession like they did against Seattle, and they did against New Orleans, too.
Well, what do you want to see them favor? Do you want to see them running the ball, throwing the ball?
I want to see them running the ball. I want to see them give the ball to Jones or Benson, which you'll probably get into in a minute, and ease Rex into the game like they've been doing. Because you know the kid's going to come in really hyped up.
Yep.
And the Colts have been watching film. They're going to try and dissect him, too. I think a good game calling is a huge key for the Bears.
Yeah, I think one thing they cannot fall into was the Kansas City trap, where you're like, we're going to run, because they have a bad run defense, we're just going to run. Then before you know it, Peyton Manning, has put up some points. I think if you can establish the run, that is great, but I just hope they're not too stubborn about it.
I see that, but Peyton, he hasn't been as on fire in these playoffs as he once was. That game against the Chiefs was a 23-8 game that they barely, were able to stack up enough points to get it done, even though the Chiefs were going nowhere.
Right. Against the Ravens, he didn't get in the end zone at all.
Yeah, I mean, they've turned their entire philosophy upside on its head this year, in the playoffs rather.
For my money, I think the Bears running backs against the Colts run defense, the much maligned Colts run defense, is the key to the game. Yeah. If the Bears can run the ball, we're all going to be having a nice ticker tape parade here in Chicago.
Yeah, definitely. For me, and I absolutely agree with what you guys are saying. For me, it's going to be the Bears cornerbacks on the Colts receivers, because I think they love that timing pattern, a lot of timing routes, and I think if Vasher and Tillman can get up and bump some of those guys and get them off, then the pass rush comes into play. And when you're talking about the pass rush, for me, you're talking about Mark Anderson. This guy is looking like a young Richard Dent. Late round draft pick, and he's just a speed rushing machine. Jamal Brown was getting up out of his stance, in that same
jumping
game.
the gun,
And he was, Mark Anderson was already doing his dance.
And that's a Pro Bowl player too. He's going around and abusing.
So I think that's going to be key, because if you can't bump them off the routes, then it doesn't matter what the pass rush does. He's going to have the ball off in 3 seconds.
So you give him a little chuck and disrupt those wheel routes and the timing routes.
I like this. And Marvin Harrison hates contact.
Oh yeah.
We talked about Willie Gault earlier. That's a little bit of that. Great receiver, but does not like contact. So.
Nice. Well, hopefully we can get Mark Anderson one of those Super Bowl MVP trophies. You could have that dent parallel. All you want there. It's fine with me.
I'll take it.
So that's some big keys to the game. The Bears got their work cut out for them. We're going to have to run the ball. We're going to have to win the coaching matchup. And damn right, I agree with you 100%. The Bears are going to have to show up in the secondary and make something happen. But certainly doable. Got to love them Bears. For Mike and Andrew, I'm Mike saying go Bears.